Okay, I have to get this one in. The WNBA suspends Lynx coach Cheryl Reeve, 1 game for behavior and comments in playoff loss to the Phoenix Mercury. Now, they went ahead and lost that game, obviously. She's frustrated. They went on to lose the next game and were bounced out of the playoffs again by the Phoenix Mercury. Okay. As I put this together a few days ago, so I'm presenting it maybe a day or so after originally, scheduled it in my brain, but it's because of her behavior and her comments during and following that Lynx loss to the Mercury on Friday night, which was game 3. Her conduct and comments included aggressively pursuing and verbally abusing a game official on the court, failure to leave the court in a timely manner upon her ejection with 21.8 seconds to play in the fourth quarter, inappropriate comments made to fans when exiting the court, and remarks made in a post-game press conference, the league said in a statement Saturday. And we're going to watch some of that. Reeve, who was also fined, will serve the suspension on Sunday. That was game 4. They end up getting bounced by the Mercury out of the playoffs, and the Mercury are headed to the WNBA finals to be determined their opponent. We'll get into that here shortly. As I found some great connections from a previous video I did on my former channel that play a factor in what may become of this year's WNBA finals. And this was a best of 5 series, so it's the first to win 3. So the Mercury went on to win the series 3-1. It's believed to be the first time in history of the WNBA that a coach has been suspended for a playoff game. And you see this was trending right here. Now check it out, because this ejection with 21.8 seconds to play in the fourth quarter, Lynx equals 21. It's not a coincidence. It is not a coincidence that this trending story with Cheryl Reeve was right after her birthday. Okay, she has the September 20th birthday, right? You see that right there? And you see Friday was September 26th with this game. You see that right there? I mean, just not a coincidence at all. Now let's look at this. Okay, let's try to watch this. Let me mute it a little bit. You see her on the court. I mean, verbal abuse of the official. I mean, you're frustrated. You're losing. As she gets ejected, picking up her second technical here. She has to be restrained. She wants to get back out there. You see that right there? She wants to get back out there. She's frustrated. Her character's frustrated here. And we're going to hear her make some derogatory, you can read her.
She is now going.
You can read her lips in this next video. Check this out. Ooh, F you. And she gets it right back from the fan. Now we're going to listen to her now. Let's listen to what she has to say.
New on SportsCenter, Cheryl Reeve discusses that and a lot more. Who was it that asked about officiating before the game? Is that you, Kendra? And we talked about how dangerous it can be. You're hearing it from the other series. You're hearing other coaches. You're hearing Becky talk about when you let the physicality happen, people get hurt.
It's the playoffs,
There's
though.
fights. And this is the look that our league wants for some reason. We were trying to play through it. We tried not to make excuses. One of the best players in the league shot 0 free throws. 0. And she had 5
The
fouls.
playoffs. Come
0
on.
free throws. Got her shoulder pulled out and finished the game with her leg being taken out and probably has a fracture. And so if this is what our league wants.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course they want it for ratings.
But I want to call for a change of leadership at the league level when it comes to officiating. It's bad for the game. The officiating crew that we had tonight, for the leadership to deem those 3 people semifinals playoff worthy is malpractice.
But it's the playoffs, and if you're a fan of scripted sports, I mean, in the playoffs they tend to just let it all be handled on the court, right? I didn't see anything unnecessary there, where I'm like, oh, the refs need to step in. I mean, this is playoff WNBA basketball. So look at how these numbers match right here. Look at Cheryl, 91. Suspend, 91. This game versus Phoenix, 91. Look at over on the right. Suspend, 98. Again, the game against Phoenix, 98. You also see the 26. Her last name, Reeve, has that 26. We just had a new Superman release. The 11th day of the 7th month, 117. I'm bringing that up because remember Christopher Reeve, who was Superman. Now this Lynx head coach, her last name is Reeve, and I've brought this up before. She was trending another time. So I'm like, oh, let's, it might have been before that release, but it's still connected. The 11th day of the 7th month, 117, and suspends equals 117. See that right there? Look at her last birthday that just happened. 54 date numerology. Cheryl Reeve equals 54. Suspends equals 45. Cheryl Reeve has the 171, so you get those same numbers. You see right there, Christopher Reeve, Superman. I gotta see. He was the Superman in the Superman movies I remember when I was a child. I'll probably go look at some more information. Notice how his birthday was a couple of days ago and 5 days after Cheryl Reeve. She's got that September 20 birthday. Look at that. I mean, that is amazing. You cannot deny that. Notice how Christopher Reeve was born in 52. On the 25th day he was born. Remember, 52 years ago, Asada Shakur, shot the trooper, right? Or she was involved in that killing of the trooper 52 years ago in 1973. And she died on Christopher Reeve's birthday, which was the 25th. And again, Christopher Reeve's birthday, 5 days after Cheryl Reeve. You even get Cheryl CH, Christopher CH. Look at Christopher Reeve died October 10th. So the upcoming death anniversary right around the corner with this Superman connection and the 52-yard field goal kick, Seattle Seahawks against the Arizona Cardinals, that was trending. And there's a chance, remember this game, and they lose this series to the Phoenix Mercury, Phoenix, Arizona. Okay, so you get that 52 connection. And now the Phoenix Mercury, they await to see if they're going to play the Aces or if they're going to play the Indiana Fever. Okay? So that's amazing. And you even see that 45, 54, 54 connection right there. I looked up who played. Look at this. Look who's the Superman in the new Superman right here. I just found this out. It is David Corenswet. His birthday 4 days before that release of the Superman. Look at this right here. He's got the July 8th birthday. And let me pull up the Superman tab. Here it is right here. Again, released 4 days, 3 days after his birthday. Can you believe that? Releases 3 days after his birthday. He plays Superman. Right? You get Cheryl Reeve. All of these numbers connect to all of the trending stories right now. Her birthday, the 20th day of the 9th month, like 29. It was the 29-year anniversary of Tupac's death. 7 days before her birthday. You know, remember Trump trending? Trump equals 29. Was Christopher Reeve the first Superman? He's the one I remember. No, he wasn't. That's why we look here. Man, this goes back to 48. Look, George Reeves. Is George... Which films was Christopher Reeve Superman? And you're telling me there was a George Reeves with the S on the end? Superman in 78? Right there. Man, I keep seeing this 78, 87. So he was in these in the 4 feature films. Okay, well that's a big deal. Who's George Reeves now with the S on the end? Oh, this guy died on Tupac's birthday. Come on, man. Age 45. Look at how that connects right here. Suspends 45, and it's Cheryl Reeve minus the S. This is all on the fly. Look at how fake this is. And this guy died on Tupac's birthday, and that's what we're talking about right now. Come on, man. And his death anniversary 7 days before Cheryl Reeve's birthday. Come on, man. What a joke. What a joke, man. Oh, the 7 to 8. That's what we just saw with the new Superman. His birthday 7/8. Right there. 7/8. Can't even keep track of all this stuff, man. And that's amazing because Christopher Reeve was in the 1978, the first of 4 feature film Superman. That's amazing, man. You see the fake world, and now we get the new Superman on the 11th, 3 days after Corenswet, who plays Superman, his birthday. Golly, look at that, man. All of this stuff connected. You see how that works? And there's a chance here that Caitlin Clark, I don't know, is she still injured? But it's going to be the Fever or the Aces. Remember, Las Vegas Aces. Remember, Las Vegas is where Tupac got shot and he died. Remember? Okay, so you got connections everywhere here in a fake world. And I just connected David Spade in another breakdown where everything also connected. Spade, like Aces, like Casino, Tupac at the casino, the Mike Tyson fight, he gets shot after. Now look, here's the bracket right here. Okay, so the Mercury beat the Lynx now in the game that Cheryl Reeve is suspended. They advance. Now they're waiting for the Aces or the Fever, right? And I don't know when. It looks like we're going to have game 5 sometime, supposedly. Here's a schedule right here, I guess. Did they say when the next game? So the next game is tomorrow, it looks like. So tomorrow's game 5. I'm assuming it's a 5-game series, maybe, I guess. But look at this. I pull up an old video right here where I connected Caitlin Clark ready for her WNBA regular season debut as the Fever take on the Connecticut Sun. This is on my former channel 1 year ago. The Sun like Phoenix Suns. The Sun like Phoenix Suns, but it's Connecticut. And the Phoenix Mercury just bounced the Lynx out. You see how we're in a fake world? So you see how we're in a fake world, right? Here's that game 4 where they get bounced by the Phoenix Mercury. We have the Phoenix Suns, the NBA team. And a year ago, I connect Caitlin Clark to Superman because I think she's a dude. Okay. And once again, they're playing jokes on us. And it's a game against the Sun, Connecticut, but it connects to Phoenix Suns. Isn't that amazing? From a year ago. This is how you know this is a script. And look, you even get that Michael Jordan energy back then. This is where this all pays off. Oh, Clark. And you get this Clark connection. Clark Joseph Kent is a fictional character appearing in American comics published by DC Comics, like Caitlin Clark. And Kent, that connects to Kirk with the Charlie Kirk. You see that? And the Duchess of Kent just died. Look at everything's ran on the language. This is undeniable and amazing right here, okay? This is undeniable and amazing because this stuff is just kind of hitting with me right now as well. That's incredible, okay? Clark Kent, the Duchess of Kent just dies, and you get Caitlin Clark. And look, Caitlin Clark loses to the Gamecocks. Superman, you get it? That's amazing, man. So I don't know, she'll probably still be injured, I guess. But it's a fake world. So we pulled that up from a year ago. And that's amazing, man. Look at on May 9th, the former Iowa star recorded 32 minutes against the Dream. I think it was a preseason game, but we just hit with that 59, didn't we, over here? We hit with the 59 over here, unless it was another story. It might have been another decode I did, but the 59 has been hitting. That's amazing, man. What year was Cheryl Reeve born? So, but I want to, okay, 66. You see that? So let's go back over here. So that's amazing, isn't it? You can't recapture this energy. And Superman and the Menace on Mercury. This DC, I don't know if this is a show or a comic. I don't know. But look at this pops up. Superman and the Menace on Mercury. And the Mercury just bounced the Lynx out of the playoffs with this Cheryl Reeve, Christopher Reeve connection. Don't forget you got Christ in Christopher, Donald Trump's dad's middle name. Oh boy. And look at that 45 right there. Suspends 45. Cheryl Reeve 54. We broke away and caught another 45 as well. Arizona's birthday, the 45th day of the year. See that right there? Come on, man. That's the upcoming birthday, I think. Look at that, man. Fake world. Trump, 45th president. All this stuff connects. The Lynx even lost to the Phoenix Mercury in this game where Cheryl Reeves has her blow up. The Mercury of Phoenix score 84 points and Arizona equals 84. Even Minnesota equals 52. I brought this up earlier. 52 years ago, Assata Shakur convicted of the 1973 murder. You see that? I might have misspoke on that. I don't convicted of the 73 murder. I may have misspoke on that at some point. But convicted of the 73 murder. Oh, okay. Well, she murdered the trooper in 73, 52 years ago. So I guess I didn't. Minnesota equals 52. And I mentioned Christopher Reeve's birthday on the 25th of September. And Assata Shakur dies on that day. Shakur S. Superman S. September S. And we're in the year 25. Don't forget Tupac died at 25. There's the 52-yard field goal against the Arizona NFL team, the Cardinals. And we got the Mercury, Arizona right here. God. I also have an upcoming decode about the SpaceX rocket launch or whatever trending. You know, you can see, you know, if you looked up into the sky, you could see that going down as well. That, you know, that's in an upcoming decode. Like, come on, right? Jeez. That's wild, isn't it? There's a ton of Donald Trump connections. Minnesota Lynx 185, like Donald John Trump. Also 166 in a leap year, Donald Trump's birthday, the 166th day of the year. Minnesota equals 110 like president. 133 and 52 like president, government, and White House. You know, so I mean, big stuff here. And, you know, this game, 6 days, you know, after her birthday, not a coincidence. Tupac born in the 6th month. Flip the 6, you get 9. Now we're in the 9th month. Tupac dies in the 9th month. On the day leaving 96 days, there's that 6 and the 9. And it's the 269th day of the year. Was this game 3? So again, you get that 6 and you get that 9. Whew. Isn't that absolutely incredible? So, you know, we're waiting on the Indiana Fever Aces game. right here, which they said is tomorrow. Game 5 will be tomorrow. I'm assuming it's just 5 games. I'm assuming, see more. I'm just assuming it's 5 games. AI, somebody can let me know. Is Caitlin Clark? She's probably not playing. Is Caitlin Clark still injured or fake injured? Yes. Yes. A groin injury. Ha ha ha. A sprain. Groin. Ha ha ha. Remember the Gamecocks beat her in her last college game. Okay, let me make sure I showed all of the tabs here. And remember, they went on to lose to the Mercury in this suspension game. Cheryl Reeve, 86-81 right there. That's wild. So you get that new Superman connection. Huge, just major connections. That YouTube connection from the video a year ago. Stuff adds up completely. Look at that, man. I'm proud of myself. You get that Superman. I've been on to this, okay? And that Connecticut Sun connection with the Phoenix Suns, Phoenix Mercury. I've been doing this. Cheryl Reeve, Christopher Reeve. Absolutely amazing, okay? That's my decode. You know what I mean? WNBA suspends Lynx coach Cheryl Reeve 1 game for behavior and comments and playoff loss to the Mercury. Now they're bounced. Not a coincidence, just after her birthday. Until next time.